Oh, damn, my mic's over there. Hold up. Hold on a second. Oh, beans. Okay, my mic is in place now. Hello. And good time zone. And what is up, gamers? Hi, everyone. Welcome in. Happy prompt day to me. And thank you so much for stopping in on this very specialist of days. I am so excited. So excited. And nervous. I'm incredibly nervous. Oh, pretzels. Well, I see that Archon Shade has already redeemed the old-timey mid-Atlantic accent for the next 5 minutes, so thank you very much indeed for that. I do appreciate it. Truly I do. And I suppose I'd better say hello to everyone in the chat. Like this. Oh, good. Anyways, hello, Doc. Welcome on in. Hello.
Oh hell yeah, Pygmy Whales just subscribed. Samike to Nomic Husband Red Samike to Nomic Husband Blue.
Well, hello, and thank you very much for subscribing for 29 months. My goodness, Theo, thank you very much indeed. I really, truly do appreciate it. Truly, I do. Thank you very much indeed, Archon, for the accent. I do appreciate that as well. Anyways, oh, geez, the camera isn't on. Hold up. There we go. Hello, everyone. Welcome on in. Hello. Wonderful to see you. Wonderful to be here. And hi. Anywho. Right. Now, let me catch up with the chat, shall I? Dark says, OMG. Whatever that stands for. It's legendary, the famous top-tier streaming streamer, Sammy Kelch. Well, I'm certainly one of those things. So thank you very much indeed. And hello. Hope you're doing well. Silly, hello. Welcome in, Archon. Yes, we've been through that. Turner, hello, and thank you very much indeed for the lurk. I very much appreciate it, and hope you're having a wonderful lurk and a wonderful day. I do. Haley, hello, says happy streaming day. I'm being pestered by the dog, so I'll be lurky. Well, that's absolutely fair. I think of myself and dog. Dog is always going to be infinitely more interesting. So I love that for you, truly I do. Yes, please give the dog scritches from myself as well. Absolutely. Anywho. It seemed like a good idea to start, says Archon. Well, thank you very much for doing it. I do appreciate it, and it's wonderful to do. Anywho, how's everyone's weekend been? I hope you had good weekends. I hope you're having good Mondays and all that jazz. Right, I had removed my wedding ring so that I could moisturize my hands before I begin, because it's very important to have supple hands to do supple artworks, of course. That's what I'm working on. Doc says, I expect that if Sammy was expecting to get work done today, then she is going to be corrected. Oh, good! Well, I definitely don't need to finish this today, because this is today's artwork, and I really wanted to get this finished today. Good. Wonderful. Love that for me. Thank you very much. Anywho, Tal, hello. Welcome in. Wonderful to see you as well. Hope you're having a wonderful Monday. And Vero, hello. Word of the day. Woo! It me. Hi. I'm definitely not nervous about it at all. Absolutely no nerves to be seen anywhere in the vicinity of this stream. Archon says, I'm blaming you for the blustery weather today. Well, absolutely. I definitely had something to do with it. Probably not. I think that's just autumn, which is entirely why I selected the word. You see, I'd done something quite Halloweenish last year, and I thought that I could do something a little bit more generically autumnal this year, which could delve into the fantastical, the supernatural, or the paranormal, but doesn't have to if you don't want to. So I thought I'd give it literally the first thing that I thought of that wasn't a word that's already been done on one of the streaming prompt lists of previous years was blustery, because I just think it's a very fun word, and it's wonderful weather as well to experience. As long as it's not also tipping it down with rain, of course, which I'm not so much of a fan of, but anywho. Had to Google it, says Vera. That's fair enough. It is a wonderful word, but I do love this word, and I hope that my artwork's okay. So I thought of the word, and then I was like, oh no! Now I need to think of some kind of idea to actually paint that is that word. Should I have thought of that first? Maybe. Perhaps. A smidge. But I didn't. And here we are. But of course it had to be Terry. Our dear, beloved, wonderful friend of the channel, Terry the Forg Mage. Just being... he decided that, heck, It is a very windy day out there today. I'm just going to take full advantage of it and let myself be carried off on an adventure. So he opened his brolly and away he went. And quite frankly, we love that for him. I think that sounds like a lot of fun. Anywho. I should take a sip of one of my beverages. Oh, beans! Oh, cheese, pizza, and chips and biscuits. I seem to have forgotten one of my beverages in the other room. I'll be back in just a moment. One moment. Heck! It is, in fact, a 3-beverage stream. But potato chips, I forgot one of my my beverages in the other room, so I have all 3 beverages now. This is just a blackcurrant squash. A delicious blackcurrant squash, but in flavor, fairly bog standard for the British palate. Though it is a Swedish beverage from a Swedish beverage company, because it's annoyingly hard to find fruit squashes in this country, like cordials and that kind of thing. The ones where you get the bottle of sort of, it's very sort of concentrated and syrupy and then you add water to it. It's really hard to find those that don't have sweetener in them, and I'm not going to go back onto my sweetener soapbox, but I'm not a sweetener enjoyer. Anyways, this is my stream ink prompt. I should probably explain for anyone who doesn't know what stream ink is. If you're new, or this is your first October stream. Stream ink! I've popped some information in the chat as well. It is a daily prompt list challenge art prompt situation that runs over the month of October. And each of the prompt words has been provided by a member of the art stream community. And I selected October 7th this year, and that's today. And my word was blustery, so I am doing Terry the Forg Mage being carried away on a blustery day, because I thought it would be fun. What else shall I say? There's a link to the Stream Inc. sort of landing page there as well, in case you were curious. And I would love to show you the ones that I've done so far. And also, normally this is when I do a shout out for the person who supplied today's prompt word, but I can't do that because it's me. I was just thinking earlier, I was like, oh, I wonder if the prompt word person for today is going to be streaming around the time that I finish in the evening so that I can oh wait, no, it's me. I am very intelligent, and my brain is definitely switched on today. Theo says, where is he going with regard to Terry? And Archon says, that way. Correct. Oh goodness! I don't think he knows where he's going. I think he's just going for it. Anyways, this is my Instagram. It is what it is. This is the streaming prompt list. As you can see, 31 days, 31 words, a whole host of truly amazing, very cool people who have provided prompt words this year, and for some reason they let me join them again. I'm very grateful. But we are at the very least going to try and get mine done today. If we have time to also do day 8, but I feel like I've cursed myself by saying that, so we're probably not gonna. But I do have the sketches done for, I think, up to day 19. And then I still need to do the sketches for the rest of it. Some of these, I know exactly what I want to draw. And other ones, excuse me, I am absolutely, like, the possibilities are too endless, or I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to try. We shall see how we get on with it. Indigo says, hi! Hello! How's it going, Indigo? It's lovely to see you. Welcome, welcome. Hello, hello, hello. Archon says productivity in an art stream? Absurd. You know what? I don't even know what to tell you. I truly don't. I mean, it's happened before, but rarely. So, who's knows? Anyways, if you want to see what I've done for days 1 through 6 before before I move on to actually trying to do any painting, I will show you what I've done for days 1 through 6, just in case you missed them. This was day 1, Dinosaur. It's an Archaeopteryx. Specifically, it is the Archaeopteryx that is my D&D character's familiar. This is shrimp. The word was shrimp. And this is exactly what I look like when I'm doing art. This is my desk. This is me. This is my cardigan. And this is my feet not touching the floor, which is also true. Oh, yes, also Theo. Rangi says hello. Or, you know, makes an Archaeopteryx noise that means hello. This was unhinged, and as you can see, this little handyman here is fixing a door hinge.
Attention.
Oh my God.
Twitch user Sammy Kelch.
Choppers.
Hello? Illustrated is right. Hello, Ray. How's it going? Lovely to see you. Welcome on in. Thank you so much for the raid. Hello. Thank you for the poots. Very much appreciate the poots. It's lovely to see you. Let me get a shout out for you in the chat. If I can spell things correctly, that'd be great. Butch Bite, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome on in. Okay, please tell me I spelled. I think I did it correctly. Yeah. Briefcase full of bees. Thank you very much for the follow. Welcome on in. Oh my goodness, so many bees. I love to see it. What were you up to today, Ray? What did you do? I would love to hear all about it. If you have any artwork that you would like to share with us, feel free to whisper me a link, and I would love to share with the class. In the meantime, hello, friends. Hi. And hello to Doom and Grind. Hello. Briefcase full of bees. Hello. Welcome in. Ray, of course, is here. That loser who draws. Hi. Welcome in. And Butch Bite. Hello. And, Patonk Lover. Hello. Welcome in. How is everybody doing? Lovely to see you. Welcome on in. Mr. Hangman, hello. It's going pretty good. How are you doing? Lovely to see you. I should probably introduce myself as well, for anyone who isn't familiar. My name is Twitch user Sammy Kelch. I'm a variety streamer. I do cozy art streams on Mondays and Thursdays. I do cozy game streams on Fridays and very once in a while on a Sunday. Currently, I'm just going through a little overview of the prompt fills that I've done for streaming so far this month. Today is my prompt day. My word is blustery, and we will get to painting that in just a minute. This is Terry, and he's being carried off in the wind. But Dark! Thank you.
Oh hell yeah,
Thank you.
Illustrated just subscribed.
Dark, thank you very much for gifting us up to Ray. That's very appreciated. Thank you. Much appreciated. Who says? Well, your prompt, of course. Very fun word you bestowed us with. Oh, very happy you enjoyed it. Whenever I've had to come up with a word, I'm like, oh, are people going to be inspired by this? Are they going to want to do something for it? And so I'm really glad that you had a good time with it. Very much I do. Piero says, can't wait for you to see what I made for you today. Oh, I can't wait to see it. But yes. Anywho. But yes, of course, as always, if you do want to share any artworks, feel free to send a link into my Wispa, and I'd be very happy to share it with the class. I will quickly overview the last couple of these, and then hopefully maybe get some actual painting done today. We'll see. So this was Unhinged. Our little handyman here is fixing the door hinge, as you do. This was Familiar. And this is based on a true story that I witnessed of what looked to be a council of, a sort of a little coven of familiars or something gathering in a clearing in a local park. And I'm not sure, they were definitely up to some kind of very magical business, and I'm wondering if they might have been planning to unionize. Who knows? But you'll never guess what the prompt word for this was. It's cheese. It's cheese day. This was the cheese board. It was really nice getting to revisit the, like, still life concept, because I don't get to do them very often. That was a lot of fun. And then this was moss. Moss is super hard for me to paint, but I tried my best. And I hope you like it. Anyways, so that's all I've done so far this month. And this is today. Absolutely no pressure whatsoever. There's so much pressure. I'm so nervous. Oh my goodness. Anyways, but yeah, how is everyone doing? How How is your days? How are your Mondays going? How are your weekends? I would love to hear all about all of these things, or none of these things if you don't feel like sharing. If you're a very private person and you like to keep all of these details to yourself, then by all means, like, I'm not a cop, you don't have to tell me anything. It's entirely up to you. Anyways, Archon wants to know about coffee. Ooh! Okay. Do you have a specific question about coffee, or do you just want me to riff? Because I can definitely riff today. If you want to riff, but entirely up to you. My day's been okay, says Mr. Hangman. Yay! That's better than bad. Glad to hear it. Ray says I can share the link for today's prompt if you'd be cool with that. Absolutely, that'd be super rad. I'd love to see it. Mr. Hangman says, I'm planning to go to the museum tomorrow, baby. Ooh, just take a solo trip into the city. Oh my gosh, that sounds like so much fun. That sounds like so much fun. I love that for you. I love museum trips, and especially when it's like a quiet day. Just like museum by yourself is really, really nice. Okay, so I was thinking about buying some new decaf beans. I made myself a decaf coffee earlier, and I was reading Oh, Ray, could you whisper the link to me? Because they don't work in chat because we got a spate of spammers. If you can, let me know. No worries at all. It is a whole thing, and I'm very, very, very sorry. But yes, I was thinking about decafs. I made myself a decaf earlier. And it got me thinking about just decaf and the process of decaf in general. It's really interesting. So one of the processes that you might see if you're buying a decaf that tells you what type of decaf process it is, you might see sugarcane process, and you think, ooh, that sounds really like friendly and unweird. It's just like, wow, what do they do? Do they just like rub sugar canes on the beans or something like that? And no. It's called sugarcane process, but it's also known as ethyl acetate process because they actually use a substance called ethyl acetate, which is a solvent derived from sugar canes. And basically it involves bathing the coffee in this ethyl acetate solvent, which basically sort of dissolves away the caffeine and leaves everything else. And then the coffee beans are like rinsed and dried and yada 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 as normal from then on. But I just think it's really interesting that they call it sugar, that I feel like sugarcane process makes it sound very like sort of friendly in a way that ethyl acetate makes it sound a little bit scary because it sounds like, ooh, it's a chemical. And I mean, well, yes, it is, but it comes from sugarcane. But I just love the fact that it's largely known as sugarcane process, I think, because it just sounds, it sounds a lot less like artificial or chemically than sugarcane, but I think calling it sugarcane process is also kind of misleading. So, regardless, you know, there are pros and cons to any of the sort of decaffeination processes. It works very well, and I think a lot of people feel like sugarcane process does a better job at retaining the integrity of sort of the flavor of the coffee than Swiss water, which I don't know as much about the Swiss water process off the top of my head, but there you go. Anyways. Alright. Now that I've said all that, we've got a link. We've got a link from... Well, first of all, I want to say... There we go. We've got a link from Ray. Oh my god, it's so cute! This is adorable. This is absolutely adorable. Okay, I'm gonna pop it up on screen in just a second. Sorry for the delay. Doing a little vamping in the meantime. Alright, here we are. This is Ray's blustery. Look at it! That's so sweet! You're going for a ride! I love it so much! This is so very, very, very cute! What a wonderful interpretation of the brief. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, you nailed it. This is so cute. I love it. Let me get another shout out for you in the chat as well. If I can do it correctly, illustrated. There we go. He's a goofy little guy. Thanks for such a fun prompt. Thank you for doing the prompt. This is like my favorite thing about the streaming is getting to see all the amazing work that everybody does. It is so inspiring. It's so inspiring. Everybody, go give Illustrated a follow over there in the chat, which I assume is on that side of your screen, but I suppose if you're on mobile, it might be down there, actually. The prompt word for today is blustery, and that was my prompt, so yeah, thank you so much for doing it. I really appreciate it. Anywho, okay. Let me catch up with chat. Oh wow, so Mr. Hangman's going on a big trip. I never go anywhere by myself, nor like 7 minutes. Wow, 7 minutes from home. This is going to be a big territory. Wow. My therapist told me to risk doing a short trip for something other than a doctor appointment. I think you're going to have an amazing time. Mr. Hangman says the decaffeinated process is so interesting. I think it's neat. Like, how are you doing that? But Mr. Hangman also says, people really need to understand that not all processing for food is bad. Oh yeah, absolutely. Like, every food is processed in some way, unless it's like a raw fruit or vegetable. You know, like cooking your, I don't know, meat or whatever is a type of processing. You know, like pickles, process. Making jam, process. Like turning wheat into flour is a process. It's not, the fact that it's processed food isn't necessarily anything that scary. It's more just, if you're worried about putting things into your body that you don't think are healthy for you, just be mindful of, you know, what things are and what's in them. That's all, like, it's fine, don't worry about it. Anyways, yeah, a lot of processing makes food safer, says Mr. Hangman. Exactly. Exactly. So no sweat. Ray says, I appreciate the graft that goes into a cup of coffee, but I'm a tea main. Oh man, I love both, honestly. I would say equally, actually. But hell yeah. But definitely, we also have a cup of tea, by the way. I have a cup of coffee, a cup of tea, both of which are caffeine free, thank goodness, and some blackcurrant squash. Those are my 3 beverages for today. Very normal of me, very, very mindful. Pop-Tart, hello, welcome in. How are you doing? It's lovely to see you. Hope you're having a wonderful Monday. Thank you for stopping in. How are you doing? How are you going? Mr. Hangman says, it depends on what's in it more than the processes. Oh yeah, absolutely. Like, I could eat, like, the freshest, most all-natural organic mushroom and still have terrible allergic reactions to it because I'm allergic to mushrooms. They're natural, but that doesn't mean that they're good for me. You know? Like, it's all about balance. Anyway, so yeah, like, the process that goes into making coffee at all is heavy processing. There's a lot of human intervention that goes into making coffee. It's not just picking cherries off of a tree and eating them raw. It is layers of, like, fermentation and sun drying and washing and roasting and resting and all kinds of stuff. Anyways, it's a lot. But yeah, decaf for the win, says Indigo. I mean, it is delicious. I can't drink my hot sugar water with milk without worrying about caffeine, says Indigo. Aw, geez. I do like caffeine, but I probably shouldn't drink it. But also, it helps my brain run, so I love it.
Attention.
Twitch user
Oh,
Sammy
Beans,
Kelch.
it's right.
Shoppers.
Hello, Sammy Ann. Welcome in. How are you doing? Lovely to see you. Welcome. Hello. Also, hello to Emelinka, who came in just before the raid. Hello as well. Hope you're having a good one. Sammy Ann, how was your stream? What did you get up to today? I would love to hear all about it. Let me get a shout out for you in the chat. And thank you for the happy streaming day wishes. And Kindred, hello as well. How are you? Lovely to see you. Welcome on in.
Oh hell yeah, Sammy and Art just subscribed.
Oh, Dark, thank you so much for gifting us up to Sammy Ann. That is incredibly sweet. Thank you. Very much appreciated. Ooh, Sammy Ann is working on my Patreon print of the month to get ahead of that. Ooh, very, very cool. Very nice. As always, if you do have an art text you would like to contribute, you can whisper me a link. I would love to share it with the class, but only if you feel so inclined, of course. We are a tax optional stream, but if you do like to share, we love to see it. For anyone who's new here, hi, it's Twitch user Sammy Kelshi. I'm a variety streamer. Do cozy art streams on Mondays and Thursdays, such as today. I do cozy game streams on Fridays and every once in a while on a Sunday if I'm feeling spicy and not exhausted. And we can do Insta. I've been busy over there. Ooh, yes, I've seen some of Sammy Ann's recent Instagram works, and they are delightful. But yeah, working on streaming situation today because today is my prompt day, and my prompt word is blustery, and I have to decide what color I'm mixing up for this piece because I think I am going to mix something up. Not that one because that's purple, and I don't think I want to do purple today. I think I want to do something greenish. But I'll need to figure out what flavor. Anyways, I will get some linkage up so we can go have a look at what's going on over in the Instagram world of the lovely Sammy Ann art. And in the meantime, let me. Okay, yay. Well, this is me on Instagram. Apologies. Sammy says I adore that prompt because it reminds me of my favorite Winnie the Pooh story. I love Winnie the Pooh. It's so sweet. Very precious childhood memories of reading the Winnie the Pooh books, for sure. Okay, y'all, I love this so much. I love this so much. I love his little back to front fawn's legs are so stinking cute. And I did indeed comment, oh, because look at him. This is the most enchanted, delightful, adorable piece of artwork I ever did see, and I think it is so absolutely precious as heck. Also, apparently, it was Sammy's first time trying a larger toned paper sketch. I love the way this looks on the toned paper with like the white highlights. It looks so good. It looks so good. I haven't done anything on toned paper in a very, very long time, but oh man, this is so, I love it, okay? I love it. Then there was this lovely, lovely piece as well with the unicorn meets the Kelpie. I really hope that these two become great friends because that is so sweet. Absolutely lovely piece for all the horse enjoyers out there, and I do love a cute little horsey. I do, and this is very, very cute indeed. Once again, if you're not following Sammy Ann, go do that because Sammy Ann does lovely work and is a lovely person. Indigo says, just like IRL, the taxes here are optional. No comment for legal reasons. Sammy Ann says, maybe we need to revisit these two for blustery. Oh my gosh, that would be so stinking cute. Do I need to put an enablement hat on? Do it. Anyways, let me get another shout out for Sammy in the chat. And thank you so much for the raid. I very much appreciate it. Alright, shall we attempt to mix up an appropriate couleur? So, I was gonna just do sap green. Sammy Ann says, plunk, hat acquired. Wonderful. We love to see it. I was just gonna do sap green, which is normally the color that I do for like a single color piece of terry, but to be honest, the piece that we painted yesterday was like this was just a blend of sap green with some of this brilliant yellow added to it. So I feel like the colorway in that case would be very, very similar. So I think what I might do is actually go for a somewhat bluer green. If I add some of this marine blue to the sap green, maybe add just a tiny hint of black, just to give it that sort of overcast day feeling to it, but not too dark. Like it's still, sort of a blue-green, mostly green color. But it's just got a little bit of extra depth to it. I think that could work quite well. I think that could be good. I think that's what I'm gonna try. We'll see. I mean, I'll mix it up and test it out, and if it looks like absolute boo-boo garbage, then we'll start over. It's fine. So I'm gonna give this, I think I'm just gonna give this a little hand wobble instead of trying to use Wobbletron, because there is another large 3D print happening behind me. Actually, I'm gonna quickly have a look at this large 3D
Attention.
print and make sure it
Twitch
looks
user
like
Sammy
it's supposed to.
Kelsh.
Shoppers.
Gracie! Hello, welcome in. I was just about to check on the 3D print behind me. I sure hope that's what it's supposed to look like. Alrighty. Welcome in, everyone. Thank you so much for the raid. Whoever said I wasn't going to get any painting done was correct. Hello. How are you doing, Gracie? How was the rest of your stream? Would you like to tell us what you did today? I would love to hear all about it. Hello, everyone, and welcome in. Thank you so much for coming in. Struble, hello. Hi, Dan.
Oh hell yeah,
Oh, hell
Dan
yeah.
and Milo just subscribed. Ghosty Rado, wait, this isn't normal Chato Hecko Beanzo Ships Biscuits.
Dan, hello. Thank you very much for the sub. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Very, very kind. Thank you. And hello indeed to Struble and many distractions. And Sir Lord Custard the 10th. Hello, Custard. Hello, Paul. Hello, Pixie. Hello, everybody. And hello, of course, Gracie. Hello, Aspie Dog. Hello, Set to Build. Hello, Jackai90. Hello, friends. Hello, Ruby. There is indeed a 3D printer in the studio, and it's doing a print that I think is going to take a cumulative like 2 days potentially. So it's if you hear any robot sounds behind me, that's just the 3D printer. She's just getting on with it. Anyways, Gracie says we were working on your prompt, although we didn't get it finished. Oh, beans! Well, if there is anything you would like to share, I would love to share it with the class. If you have anything like that, if any links or whatever, or we can just go have a little looky on your Instagram as well. It's entirely up to you. Be very happy to, of course. For anyone who's new here, hello. My name is Twitch user Sammy Kelch. I'm a variety streamer. I do cozy art streams on Mondays and Thursdays. I do cozy game streams on Fridays and every once in a while on a Sunday as well. And we're working on my prompt word, surprise, surprise, which is blustery. And here's Terry getting whisked away on the wind, up above the mountains and the trees and all that jazz down below. And having a wonderful time.
Attention,
Twitch user Sammy Kelch.
choppers.
And hello, Gingy. Welcome in. Welcome. Hello, Gingy. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in. How are you doing? It's lovely to see you. And thank you so much for the raid. Hello. I don't think I shouted out Gracie yet, so I'm going to shout out Gracie and I'm going to shout out Gingy. Everybody, welcome in. Thank you so much for the raid. Oh! Jakai90, thank you very much for the follow. Thank you. Much appreciated. Harma, thank you very much for the follow as well. Everything is happening at once. And hello, Gingy. How was your stream? What'd you get up to today? Hello. It's lovely to see you and welcome on in. No panic. Everything's fine. Everything's absolutely fine. I'm going to navigate us all to the direction of Instagram. If I can get it to work correctly, that would be nice. And likewise, Gingy, if there is anything that you would like, if there is anything you would like to share with the class, you are absolutely free to whisper a link in my direction, and I would love to share it. What were you up to today? I would love to hear all about it as well. Let me get a shout out for Gingy in the chat. Everything's happening all at once, but that's okay. I did not finish Blustery yet. I am behind. Gingy, I haven't finished Blustery yet either. Here it is. I feel in good company now. It's all good. It's all good. Don't worry about it. But anyways, yeah. Hello. Is there anyone I have not said hello to? Sir Johan Blade Lord. Hello. Welcome. How are you doing? It's lovely to see you. Cozy Hollow Knight, says Dan. I think it's cozy. I think it's a cozy time. I do. Ooh! Jakai says I'm working on Blustery right now. Wicked! I love it. I love it. If you post it anywhere when you're done, please, and this goes for everybody. If you finish the Stream Inc. prompt for today and you post it to socials or wherever, please give me a tag because I want to see it. I really do. And give you lots of praise and love for it. Hello, Xerox. Welcome in. How are you doing? Lovely to see you. Welcome. Hello, everybody. If I missed any hellos, I do apologize. But hi. Mary Froggins says Dan. Oh my god. Gracie says also didn't get it finished, but shall do so tomorrow. That is fantastic. And yeah, I've seen the work in progress of Gracie's piece, and it is hecking adorable. It is so stinking cute. We love it. We love to see it. But yes, thank you everyone for the raids and stuff. And hi. Anyways, So Gracie raided before Gingy raided. We've had a number of raids today. And brought with her some animal friends. Get a load of this absolute cutie. So sweet. Jeff, my sweet friend. Gracie is so good at just capturing like the spirit of the pets that she paints. I love them so much. Look at this absolute friend. Oh, I love them so much. Absolutely adorable. Get a load of Ziggy here. What a sweet friend. The detail. Like the texture. It feels like the way that Gracie does like fur and stuff. It just feels like I could reach into my computer and give scritches. You know, it's so stinking cute. One of these days, I'm gonna have a pet so I can commission Gracie. Because they're so lovely. And here is a beautiful luscious strawberry that looks so delicious. You know that tastes so good. That is absolutely gorgeous. Anyways, stunning stuff. Beautiful. We love to see it. Thank you so much again for the raid. I do appreciate it. Let me get a shout out to Gracie. Just the charmingest ghostie that ever there was. And thank you very much indeed. We also have, I should have linkage from, hopefully, from Gingy. Yep, there it is. Okay. Let me get this up and running if I can. Alright. I did it correctly. If you're not familiar with the work of Gingy, oh my goodness, it is so delightful and charming and I have to say, you excel so wonderfully. And every time I see one of your works come across my Instagram feed, I'm just like, I want to go live in that world right now. I want to move out of my house and just go live there because it is hecking gorgeous. Absolutely delightful. And yeah, thank you. Thank you so much for sharing this with us. It's just, oh, so lovely. I would like to live there, please. It looks like it's a nice time. I also really appreciate just the detail of this little Cato here. I don't know why. They just make me happy. And then, oh, this looks so warm and cozy. This looks like such a nice vibe. This looks like the kind of fire that you could just, I don't know, make some little pancakes on and just get cozy and take a nap. And I've also just noticed that someone is lurking off in the distance, and I want to know what their deal is as well. This is so nice. This is so nice. But yeah, if you're not familiar with Gingy's work, they do a lot of work with this character specifically who goes on little adventures, and I think they're so sweet. So thank you very much again for sharing, and thank you much again for the raid as well. Hell yeah. Anyways, all of my paintings are real places. You can live there, says Gingy. Ooh, I wonder if the rent is affordable for me. Probably not if they look that nice. Yeah, Sammy says, I love following this little character on their adventures. Your storytelling is top notch. I wholeheartedly agree. Let me get another shout out for Gingy as well. If I can. I love being able to do two kinds of shout outs. That just feels real good. Anywho. Shall I attempt to paint? I think I shall. I'll try anyways. But I need to mix up a color first. So, gonna start with some sap green, and we're just gonna mix some colors together and see how they look until I think that they look good. And that's about all I can do. Oh, that was the thing I wanted to let everybody know as well. For anyone who has 5,000 or more channel points, there is a slight hiccup with terrible drawing time. It's not that it doesn't exist, for it does. Though I may have forgotten to enable it, I don't remember. I didn't. Okay, it's enabled, but the terrible drawing canvas is missing! And I don't know where it is! It must have wandered off at some point when some things were getting tidied up, or I didn't put it back in the right place, but it's not any of the places where it's supposed to be, so I need to start a new terrible drawing canvas, and once I find it, we're just gonna have to have two going at once, I guess. But I don't see where it is in the studio, which is really, really annoying. So anyways, but I do have a piece of paper we can start a new terrible drawing canvas on. It's just a piece of paper that I had previously used as like some prospective thumbnails for a project that I didn't end up thumbnailing. But never mind, it's all fine. Now that adventure is done, I'm gonna go get some food while I watch you paint. Thank you again for raiding in, Sammy, and I really appreciate it. And thank you indeed for hanging out, and I hope you have a lovely, lovely food. Thank you, thank you. Gracie says, I do have to go for now as well. I hope you have a fantastic streaming day. Bye for now. Bye for now, Gracie. Thank you so much again for the raid. I really appreciate it. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your Monday as well. Can't wait to see how your blustery rainbow rain... Did I get all the prompts into that one? I think so. Anyways, I can't wait to see how it turns out when it's done, because it is hecking adorbs. Okay, so I've got this bit of card that basically just has a whole bunch of test colors on it, and I was just going to do some terrible drawings on the back of it. To explain, for anyone who's new here, and I do apologize for the absolute dip in art quality that you're about to witness, the terrible drawing time is it is this thing that happens on this here stream for some reason, where for 5,000 channel points, I have 5... Dark.
Oh hell yeah, Gracie A Ghosty just subscribed.
Thank you. And Rybu Plays, thank you very much for the follow as well. Dark, thank you so much for gifting a sub to Gracie. I very much appreciate it. That's what? Dark! Oh, thank you.
Oh hell yeah, Gingy Beer just subscribed.
Thank you also for gifting a sub to Gingy. That's very, very, very sweet. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you, thank you. Dark says I missed a couple doing end of work things, so I hope you had a lovely rest of your day. Little Lapicera, thank you very much for following. Thank you, and welcome on in. Aspie Dog says, how big is your studio? Where can you lose it? It's not so much the size of the studio as the content. In as much as the terrible drawing canvas is some A5 paper, and this studio is chock full of supplies, doodads, knickknacks, miscellaneous Warhammer sprues, more Warhammer supplies, a 3D printer, this desk which is absolutely covered in paints, more paints over on the other side of the studio, lots of paper and boxes, also some spillover from my personal wardrobe that doesn't fit in the bedroom, a whole bunch of Lego builds over here, as well as a whole bunch of containers of more Warhammer stuff. I am not kidding when I say there are just piles, like stacks of Warhammer in this room. 3D prints, other kinds of paint. We've got spray paints here. We've got an airbrush doodad under the desk. We've got recording equipment. I see a TIE fighter on top of a shelf of board games over. There's a lot in the studio, basically, is what I'm saying. There is a lot in the studio, and to be honest, the functional, like, work surface of it is roughly this desk mat. It is not a large room. It was billed as, like, a second bedroom, but I'm gonna be perfectly honest, it's a tiny bedroom if it was when we moved in. But anyways, now I'm actually gonna take a nap, says Dark. Ooh, have a lovely nap. Good night and good luck. Little Lapicera says, as I lost about 4 days of the challenge. Sleep? What's that? I'm gonna rush all the drawings. Well, hey, for what it's worth, you know, setting yourself a personal goal is, like, good, but also, please, please, please do remember that this challenge is for fun and for free. You don't have to do all of the prompts if you don't want to or don't have time. You can do as much or as little as you like. They can be as detailed or as simple as you want. You can just do a little sketch or whatever. Absolutely, absolutely fine to speedrun. It's all good. But as long as you have fun with it, that's the most important thing, because this is very much for fun. But yeah. Ooh, Jack High says Blustery is complete and posted on Discord. I cannot wait to see it. Thank you very much indeed. Theo's doing a lurk. Thank you so much for the lurk, Theo. Much appreciated. I hope you have a good lurk. Aspie Dog says, ooh boy, I know. Xerox says, who doesn't love Lego and Warhammer? I mean, they're two very enjoyable things, so, you know, valid. But I've got a terrible drawing to do. And I have to start a new terrible drawing canvas because I can't find the old one. So, yeah, for 5,000 channel points, I have 5 minutes or less to draw something from memory or sight unseen and try and find where the terrible drawing prompt was. The terrible drawing canvas is on an adventure. Okay, so I'm gonna have to set a timer for 5 minutes, and then we're gonna make a go of it. Let me see what I can do. Oh, biddle boy, it'll be interesting. I make no guarantees as to the quality of the terrible drawings on the terrible drawing canvas. It's right there in the name, and I accept no responsibility for any psychic damage that may incur as a result of your terrible drawing. Though generally, the psychic damage it happens to I get psychic damage from having to do it. But the terrible drawing canvas is on an adventure, so I've got 5 minutes to draw that, starting now. How the heck am I going to draw a canvas going on an adventure? Oh no. Okay, so here's what I'm going to try and do. It is... I'm going to start in this corner up here. And I'm just going to draw what will hopefully look kind of like a bendy piece of paper, but who knows. Oh, geez, my moderator... Okay, I'm going to pause the timer just for a second because my moderator/spouse has just come home. And I would like to say hello to my moderator/spouse. Please enjoy looking at... I've paused the timer. Please enjoy looking at my tiny pencil in the meantime. I do have a replacement pencil for once this pencil is too small to hold. But I can technically still hold it for now, so... Waste not, want not. Back in just a moment. Started painting yet, so yeah. Yeah, it's been about an hour. It's fine, don't worry about it. Anyways, Archon in the chat says hello, by the way, sweetheart. He says hello. Alright, gonna restart the timer before I pick up my pencil, as is appropriate. Normally I try not to pause the terrible drawing times, but listen, not to be like weird or creepy about it, but I love my partner, and so I want to be able to say hi to them when they come home. Xerox in the chat also says hi, welcome home. My moderator/spouse's Xerox is just copying. Oh dear. Anyways, right. So if you're going on an adventure, I feel like you need... I want them to have, like, an adventure hat. So I'm gonna get an adventure hat on here first and foremost. Something just to keep small amounts of the sun off at the very least. A little... Oh no, he hasn't done up the chin straps, but that's okay. They don't reach anyways. Gonna have little... Off on an adventure. Like so. Just little, like, I'm walking around arms. And then we've got some rucksack straps as well, because they've got their little rucksack chock full of adventuring supplies. Maybe they've got a little, like, they've got their little mug sort of attached to a little clippy there, so they can have nice cups of campfire coffee as they go. A little bedroll here as well, some zippy bits, I don't know. Archon says, how dare you love your partner? How dare? I'm sorry. Barely tolerate them like a normal person. God, I'm sorry. I know I'm doing it wrong. I don't know how to do... I don't know how to do the other... the other approach. What should I do? We need some... Do I need to put some terrible drawings on the terrible drawing canvas? Here's a terrible drawing of a frowny face. Here's a terrible drawing of... Here's a terrible drawing of Crash Bandicoot. My moderator/spouse is watching the 3D print behind me like a hawk. And, you know, I'm gonna give the terrible drawing canvas a happy little face, because why not? I love that for them. And what else? What other terrible drawings can I put on here? This is going to be a terrible drawing of a Pikachu, because I don't know how to draw Pikachu. There we go. It's a terrible drawing of a Pikachu. This is a terrible drawing of, what's something else I've done a terrible drawing of? Oh, just a bagel. I'm just going to do a terrible drawing of it. I've definitely done a terrible drawing of a bagel. You're just looking at things like he's saying Stormtrooper, Space Marine. We've been through this. He's just looking at things that he can see on the shelf now.
Random Canadian politicians.
Random Canadian politicians. I mean, that yeah, that's also happened. Yeah, what the heck? I will attempt to do a terrible drawing of a Stormtrooper. It's super bad. You can't even tell what that's supposed to be. Ta-da! Stormtrooper! Yay! I think that works as a terrible drawing canvas. None of these drawings are good. Oh, I wanna put one more thing. And the one more thing that I'm gonna put is, I'm trying to think of things that people have requested as terrible drawings. Oh, there was a recent bookshelf, so I'll do a little tiny bookshelf. There we go, there's the tiny bookshelf. I think the bookshelf was of my own volition. I need to stop drawing bookshelves. I do it so often and it takes so long. They need to be stopped. Anyways, who knows where they're going? They definitely don't. I don't know where I'm going, but I'm on my way, says the terrible drawing canvas. I think that's about all we have time for. That's terrible drawing time. I hope you're happy. I don't know where the terrible drawing canvas is, babe. So I had to start a new one. Have you seen it? Okay. That's all right then. Yes, lovey. One moment, please, chat. Okay, sorry, I muted the mic because I thought that my partner needed to say something personal, but no, he was just finding the terrible drawing canvas. Here's the current one. This is Crash Bandicoot trying to ride a long horse. And this is Mr. Darcy from Pride and Prejudice. So, well, we have two canvases now. I hope it enjoyed its adventure under a box of Warhammer.
So we're campus whether you've not started painting yet.
Yes, lovey.
Do you want to start doing the squash before you finished here? Because that's going to take an hour or so to cook. For roasting the squash? No. Why? Sorry?
One moment, please, chat. Sorry about that, everybody. Bluish green. Archon says, so Sludge hid the canvas with his Warhammer. Got it. Yes, absolutely. 100%. Right. So, I'm going to try mixing up some of this sap green with some of this marine blue. And I'm going to add just a tiny amount of black to it so it's not, because I don't want it to be super bright. But actually, it might not be super bright because the sap green is not a very bright blue. So, we might be alright on that front. But let's do this before we do anything else. Just to be sure. Sometimes colors surprise me with how, like, concentrated or not concentrated they are. And how pigmented they are. So I'm gonna start with 3 drops of the green, because I want it to be predominantly green. So Canvas's adventure was to the Skull Throne, says Archon. I'm gonna take your word for it, because I don't rightly know. My Warhammer lore, I'm sorry to say, is quite limited, if I'm being honest. But, as a good Warhammer partner, I am trying. I do think it's neat. I did paint a Warhammer figure once. That was fun. You can actually see it if you want. It looks like this. Ta-da! It's just a little guy. It's a little dusty little guy, but these things are really hard to dust, okay? Anyways, yeah, I wanted to give him a nice colorful outfit. He's got a knife in his teeth. Very, very much a knife enjoyer, which, love that for him. I don't really know what the deal is with those lads, but I'm given to understand that they're lads. They're just lads. So, fair. Okay. This is 3 parts sap green and 1 part marine blue. Oh, that's real pretty. But I think it's a little too... I think there's too much clarity to it. I think I want it to be a little bit more... just a touch grayed out. Like, that's a really beautiful green. But I think I want it to be just a little touch grayed out. So I'm going to add a tiny amount of black to it. Like, I'm going to take my black ink and I'm going to pipette all of it out so I don't get a full drop. Just get, like, that much. Because black, if you're not careful, can kind of just override everything else really easily. And I don't know if that's going to be the case with these colors. But I have found myself in a situation where I started with like a single drop of black ink and then added another color that, to be honest, the pigment wasn't nearly strong enough to hold up against it. And I just wanted like a slightly blackish red or whatever, and ended up having to add like 12 drops of red to 1 drop of black to get the appropriate effect. And it was really frustrating, so I'd rather not have to do that. Ooh, I like that. Does chat like that? I think that looks really nice. I think that's what we're gonna go with, in fact. I think I'm gonna go with that. Yay! I think we have ourselves a color for the painting. This is a great start. Only an hour and 7 minutes in. It's fine. It's fine. That's fine. I'm not too worried about getting it done on time. This isn't the most complicated or detailed piece, so I don't think it'll be too difficult. I hope. Anyways. Now that I've said that, I've cursed it. I know, but listen. I think we'll be okay. Now I'm taking this big brush and literally cleaning off the... Can I just pop this onto here for the moment? I'm literally just cleaning off the, like, end of paintbrush I used to stir the colors together onto this brush so I don't waste the ink. And I'll just give that a little wipe with some tissue. Got over here. Okay. Okay. Terry's Adventure is getting painted. Hooray. I'm going to need lots of water for this because I want to do a nice, fairly desaturated wash for starters with the sky. The sky is going to be fairly pale, fairly overcast, but maybe just a little bit of a gradient. Sort of going from the maybe somewhat stormy clouds up at the top to this lighter, to the lighter sky. I don't know. Or maybe we can have, if the wind is moving in this direction, maybe like a storm is moving in from... Ooh, maybe the wind is moving this in the direction, so maybe like a storm is moving in from this way. Ooh, I'm talking myself into doing that now. That sounds like fun. I'm just gonna BRB for literally 1 quick second. I'll be back in a sec. Hello. And thank you, Janacious D, for the follow. Thank you. Much appreciated. Hope you're having a wonderful Monday. I'm having a nice time. This is one of my favorite paintbrushes, which I feel like is a reasonably good way to start. Ooh! There's color on the paper! How exciting. Is it exciting? No. I do really love this green, though. I actually bought an ink that calls itself dark green, and I've always been really frustrated by the fact that it's not very dark as a green. I feel like this sort of blend that I've put together is actually a better dark green than the dark green ink that I own. Which I always really found I struggled to get a nice dark green result from. Even if just like not watering it down. These are just acrylic inks, by the way, in case anyone's curious. 70 minutes into stream, that's really fast, says Archon. Listen, there's a lot going on earlier. I knew I wasn't gonna get, I knew there was probably gonna be a long lead-in before I was actually able to get a lot of work done. But, I mean, you know, like, an hour and 10 minutes, to be honest, to start doing the painting is not that bad. Speaking of, as someone who is intending to do all 31 Stream Inc. days again this year, I've been trying to, like, sketch out the paintings in advance. I can't, at the very least, I can't do the ones that I'm, the ones that are the prompt days that are stream days for me. I can't paint in advance. But at the very least, I can have them sketched out sort of well in advance. And so I think I've got the first 19 or 20 days sketched out. And I'm on one that I've been stuck on what to do for the idea for a couple of days, but I think I know what I'm going to do for it. I want to incorporate more sort of like cryptids and fantasy creatures and maybe some yokai, that kind of thing, and I haven't been able to figure out how to do it, and this is also not going to include that, but you know what? Hey. Hopefully it'll be fun. Oh, I wasn't being sarcastic, says Archon. Oh, really? Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. I do consider it to be, you know, not that bad to be getting going at this time. But also, to be perfectly honest with you, this piece is not overly... I'm trying really hard not to overcomplicate these pieces for this event, knowing that I have... I have one to do every day for a month. It is really tempting to try and ram more detail into there than you actually have time for, and so I'm trying really hard to not do that this time. Is it challenging? Yeah! But, we'll see how I get on with that. Yay! Anyways, just going to try and paint all of the bits around Terry that aren't Terry, but not Terry. There we go. Just thought I'd deepen that color just a smidge, but what I am going to do is I'm going to grab just a bit of tissue here and kind of pull out some bits that maybe want to be like cloudy textures. Just little extra instances of cloud that are kind of being moved on. It's hard to tell when it's wet, but yeah, I think that's working. I think that gives a bit of a sort of cloudy, some manner of cloudy sky feel without it being too egregious or too heavy. And then we'll have the there are some leaves blowing around as well. And yeah, hopefully that's okay as a background. I'm going to need to let that dry for a minute or two now before I do any of the other bits, of course. So I'm going to take a sip of one of my many beverages. In fact, I might take a sip of all three just to be spicy. Hello. This is cranberry pie tea. It's a seasonal tea. It's a little cinnamony, a little fruity. I enjoy it. This is good old blackcurrant squash. What is the name of the brand that makes this? Tillman's. Tillman's blackcurrant squash. Tastes exactly like blackcurrant squash. This is decaf tea. This is the decaf from Newground. Sorry, not tea. This is decaf coffee. It's a different beverage. This is the decaf from Newground. I believe it's Colombian. Definitely getting, like, top notes of caramel there. A little bit of cocoa. A tiny amount of funk. And then, ooh, masses of chocolate right on the finish. Oh, damn. Wow, okay. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. All right. Anyways. Archon says, I know sarcasm is 90% of my personality. It's surprising when I'm serious. That's all good, friend. A briefcase full of beasts says, I feel like I've been on a lovely adventure seeing everyone's interpretations of this prompt. I didn't want to look properly until I was done doing, like, my art for it. So I'm going to go on, like, a looking at prompt fill fest after I'm done it. And I'm so excited to see what everyone's done. I cannot wait. I'm so looking forward to it. It's my favorite part of the month, is just seeing what everyone else has thought to do with these words and these ideas. It's so exciting and fun. Very much so. Archon wants to know about tea. Do you have any specific tea questions, or do you just want me to riff? Because I can riff if you want. I don't know if it'll be interesting to anybody, but I can definitely riff about tea. I'd be very happy to do so. But, yes. Tea. Rant about tea. Alright, so, I saw an advert for a tea, I don't remember the name of the tea company. It wasn't one that I recognized from being like a supermarket tea, and it's not one that I've encountered as a, as like a specialty tea yet. Spill the tea on tea. But I saw an advert for a tea company the other day, but it was very like, unlike the other teas that you can buy, look at the difference between what our tea bags, like they literally spill the tea. They open up a tea bag and empty it out, and then open up like a competitor's tea bag and empty that out, and they're like, this one's full of dust, and it's bad, and ours are just full of lovely leaves, and it's good, and this kind of marketing really bothers me when they're like, other people's products are garbage, but ours is premium. Like, oh, shut up. But also importantly, like, you will notice, for instance, if you buy, generally, like, a specialty loose leaf tea, or, like, a higher end, like, a more expensive, tea bag tea, that the leaf size is a lot bigger. And this may be an indicator of quality, but the thing that I find that it affects the most, if you're just comparing sort of like English breakfast for English breakfasts, for instance, I find the thing that makes is the most different between the sort of just standard supermarket teabag teas, like, you know, Tesco own brand English breakfast versus like Tea Pig's English breakfast or what have you. Which is a higher end tea that you can get in supermarkets. It's just that if the leaves are larger, there isn't as much, how shall I say? Basically, a tea from larger, like, whole leaves can steep longer, and probably should steep longer to get the same amount of extraction, versus a tea bag where the insides are very, very, very fine. And a lot of the time in the, like, sort of standard supermarket tea bags that you get, the bits inside are very fine, and yes, they tend to be less expensive than, like, the whole leaves, because, you know, it's the broken bits. But the biggest difference is, all of the broken bits take less time to infuse. That's the biggest difference between the whole leaf tea and the, like, already broken bits tea. Because there's more surface area to get extraction out of in the teeny tiny little bits.
Twitch user
That's the difference.
Choppers.
Anyways, that's my tea rant, and hello raiders, welcome on in. How are you doing? E-Love, thank you so much for the raid. How are you doing? It is wonderful to see you, and welcome. Thank you so much. Let me get a shout out for you in the chat. Hello. Strubles is back again. Welcome back, Struble. Hello again. Hi. How was your stream, E-Love? What did you get up to today? It's lovely to see you, and welcome on in, everybody. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Twitch user Sammy Couch. I'm a variety streamer. I do cozy art streams on Mondays and Thursdays. I do cozy game streams on Fridays, and every once in a while on a Sunday if I'm feeling extra spicy. Then most of the time these days I'm just tired. Today we are working unsurprisingly on my prompt word for day 7 of streaming, which is blustery, and here goes Terry flying high above the hills and the trees, carried off on a wayward breeze, having a lovely time. The landing is going to be hell on his knees. Anyways, Elov says, I worked on your prompt, a magical hot air balloon with 3 passengers. That sounds so whimsical. I love it already. As always, there is an art tax here on the channel. If there is anything that you would like to share with us, you are very, very welcome to whisper me a link, and I'd be very happy to share it with the class. That being said, if you would not like to do that, if you're not in the mood, if you're feeling shy, if you just need to run away, that's okay too. We are a tax optional stream. It's entirely up to you, but if you do send a link in my direction, please, please, please let me know so I can share it with everybody. Did I introduce myself? I think I did introduce myself, hopefully. And actually, Elov here, Stream Inc. prompt day was, 2 days ago, was it Saturday? Saturday, I believe. Yes, and it was cheese. This was my cheese. In case anyone's wondering, from top to bottom, it's brie, mimolette, and a single Gloucester, along with some vintage marmalade, some crusty bread, some grapes, and some strawberries. And I did indeed have a very vintage, I think, about 18-month, I think, vintage cheddar yesterday, something around that date, with some apple slices, and oh my god, it was so good. It was so good. Dan says, tax optional stream. Sammy is the Gary Barlow of Twitch. Don't you dare! No, I have never been in a boy band. You take that back. Anyways. Oh, apologies. But, yeah, thank you so much. Cheese on Saturday, I loved this, says Elov. I loved getting to do it, and I was hanging out in the background of Elov's stream for a while, and it was wonderful. So good. Anyways. Jimmy Carr. No! I am also not Jimmy Carr. No, 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 no. Though, one time, about a gazillion years ago, an acquaintance of mine said that I should go into stand-up comedy, and I was like, oh no. No. I am... My self-esteem is way too fragile for that. Haley! Hello. Hello again. How are you doing? Great! Hell yeah. Let me get another shout out for Elov in the chat as well, because I can do 2 kinds of shout out. And again, if you're not following Elov, go do that, because it's a lovely time. They are lovely. And I can spell correctly while speaking. I cannot spell correctly while speaking. It's very hard to speak and spell at the same time when they're different words. But there you go. There's another link to follow Elov if you would like to go do that, and you should. Insert politician of your choice because they all do it. Of Twitch? Actually, I had someone suggest that I should run for public office as well. I feel like people make weird suggestions of me when they clearly think they know me better than they do. Because, I'm sorry, what? Anyways, no. I am very happy to offer optional art tax if you would like to share things with us in the stream, but not... I am not personally tax evading. It's a different financial ecosystem, in as much as I'm doing this mostly for free. Anyways, I'm confused. Oh no, I didn't take economics when I was at university. I took like literature. Okay. Dan says someone in one of my gaming discords is running for office in Ohio. That's rad as heck. I hope their platform is good. And I hope that they win. That's awesome. I hope that they've got good plans for wherever it is that they're running in Ohio. I don't know a lot of about Ohio, except that I know it's in America, and I know that I've passed through it on a bus before, and I think I may have gotten something from a vending machine in a bus station in Ohio. That is the extent of my knowledge of it. I think it's dry enough that I can probably put down some nice sort of vague silhouettes of hills and trees and what have you back here. I think I can. You know, actually, yeah, I'm gonna make a very last-minute change to this bit here, because it was originally gonna be, like a big tree, but actually I think that area makes more sense as a hill. So I'm gonna give it a slightly hillier texture. That's a hill now, so don't even worry about it, it's fine. Anyways. Oh, hell yeah. She's a left-leaning LGBTQIA plus advocate. Hell yeah. We love to see it and she rocks a suit. Yay! Well, in that case, now that that has been confirmed, I wish her the very best of luck. Hell yeah. Very best. That is awesome. We love to see it. We love to hear it. We love to see that kind of support. And we need more of it in public office to help push forward those positive changes that we want to see. So hell yeah, I love that. Okay, I haven't decided how complicated I'm gonna have these, like, hills and stuff back here get. Probably not super complicated. I'm just gonna scooch my palette out of the way so I'm not accidentally knocking it over with my hand. Gonna move my paint water out of the way as well. But these probably aren't going to get too terribly complicated, I don't think. More just kind of little shadows, little silhouettes. I think that'll probably be the best way to go about it. I'm wondering if that's actually a little bit dark. Is it? Dan says I need to take Milo so it can be fed and settled before I have to do a thing. Doing my hockey umpire certification, have an online assessment on Zoom. Hell yeah! Well, good luck. That's rad. Not that you'll need it, because I'm sure you're going to do amazing. I love Dan's hockey adventures. That's so cool. Have a wonderful time, and thank you so much for hanging out today. It's been lovely to see you. Please give all of my love to Milo. One of the very goodest boys that ever there was. For anyone who doesn't know, that's Dan's dog. Anywho. But yeah, I'm slowly becoming a hockey fan, says Elove. Wow, that's awesome. I confess I know very little about hockeys of any kind, despite being a Canadian. As you can tell by my accent, I was not born in the United Kingdom. But as you might be able to tell by my accent, I've been living here for a long time, and according to some folks back home, I've picked up a bit of a lilt. Mostly subconsciously, but also partially because I think it just, I don't know. It helps me feel more like people are going to understand me if I'm speaking like them, but not so much like them that it sounds like I'm doing some sort of, like, cod English person impression, which would just be, might make some people angry. And I don't want to do that. Okie dokie. Yay! Alright, we've got some hills. Good. Doing great. I'll be okay with the umpiring stuff. It's the interacting with a stranger that worries me. Oh, Dan, you got this. I believe in you. We're all pulling for you, alright? Nemeza! Hello, welcome in. How are you doing? Wonderful to see you. Welcome on in. Hello, hello, hello. Hi. I hope you're having a lovely Monday. It's very nice to see you indeed. Yeah. Nemeza says, hey, cutie patootie, how are you doing today? I'm doing pretty good. Hoping to, I think, I don't want to say it out loud, but I think there's a very real possibility that we might actually complete this entire blustery day on stream, but having just said that, I've jinxed it, but no, I think we'll be okay. Yeah, Dan is field hockey, not ice, because Dan, unlike me, is not Canadian. Ice hockey is too cold and the puck moves too fast for my poor wee eyes. It is a very fast-moving sport. People get into fights a lot. I don't know if people get into as many fights in field hockey. I hope not, because some of the fights are brutal, or at least they used to be when I had to watch hockey games back in the, like, 90s/early 2000s when I lived with my sibling who was a hockey enjoyer. Anyways. Yeah, how is everybody doing? I hope you're having beautiful, wonderful, magnificent, splendiferous, and fabulous Mondays. Truly I do. I am having a lovely time doing this painting for y'all. It's a nice time. One of my many flaws, not Canadian. Hey, there are lots of non-Canadians that I love, okay? There are many non-Canadians who are good people, and we should respect that. There's a little doot tree back there. A doot. If I can kind of just give this edge a little bit more texture. I feel like that's going to make it feel a little bit more like some trees that exist in real life. This is looking amazing so far, Sister Mesa. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. Terry is off on a grand little adventure. He's just been picked up by the breeze and is going wherever the wind cares to take him, and I truly hope that he's going to have a lovely time of it. And I'm sure he will. I'm wondering if I should have brought the sketch a little bit further down, considering how far up we are on the paper there, but, well, I didn't do that, so I guess I'm gonna just not. So, oh well. Oh, okay! We've got a link from Elove. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Let me get that all queued up for us, so we can have a little look-see. Thank you so much for sharing. Very much appreciated. And, oh my gosh, it's so cute, y'all. It's very, very, very cute. Okay, can I... Yes, there we go. Alrighty. Everyone who's come in, and everyone who's here. Look, it's so sweet! I love it so much. This hot air balloon is such an absolute friend. And they're having such a wonderful time. This is so charming. I love it so much. This is really, really, really cute. Very, very sweet. I wonder where they're going. I love the little, I love the tiny little birds. That's such a nice detail. This is really cute. I want to befriend them all. I would be genuinely absolutely terrified to go in a hot air balloon, but honestly, if it looked this friendly, I would be tempted. Because all of these people seem very lovely, and this balloon seems like a very lovely person too. Oh my goodness. So cute. Thank you so much for sharing this with us. I really do appreciate it. Dan says, anyway, I said bye, so I shouldn't be here. Dan, go do the thing! We will see you another time. It's all good. Anywho. Yes. Okay. Okay, other trees do we need doing? There we go. Just trying to add some levels of tree here. I don't know how effective it's gonna be, but I'll try my best. I'm not sure. I wasn't sure if I wanted this to have like lines or be kind of lineless, but I'm a little worried that if it's too lineless, that all of this is because I'm only working in a single color, that they're gonna kind of blur together. Even if I try and vary the values as best as I can. That they might not be quite as sort of discreet as I would like. Oh, Elove says thank you for the prompt. Thank you! Thank you, indeed. There have been some wonderful prompts this year. It's been super fun. And I'm very excited for some of the ones coming up, and I've had a wonderful time doing the ones that we've done so far as well. I think it's going to be a fun time. Alright. Hang on, gotta get this little lump in there needs doing as well. Okay. Alright. Just going to pick up a little bit more of the ink. And hope that there's just enough sort of enough variation in the values of these various treetops and what have you that they feel like they kind of stand out from each other, I hope. Dab a little bit more color onto there. Come on, get nice and saturated. Ooh, that's delightful. That's delightful. Hopefully it dries down nice. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But I'm just kind of, I'm trying to be fairly loose with these prompts. It hasn't worked for everyone, but I'm trying to be fairly loose. I'm trying to run on vibes. I'm trying to just keep it kind of chill, you know? As is the nature of a 30-day daily art prompt challenge. For anyone who has participated or is thinking of participating, You are, of course, welcome to do so in whatever medium is your preference. It's all for fun and for free. Do as few or as many as you would like to. And do use the hashtag streaming2024 if you share it on your socials. And there's a link to all of the streaming socials, as well as the Discord, which you can join as well and share your works and hang out with other creative people and find out what the heck is going on. It's a cool place, and we have fun there. Gazillion out of 10 do recommend. And there are also channels in the Discord for sharing all of the works related to each of the prompt days. So yeah, definitely worth checking out if you're interested in taking part. If you are taking part already, yay! I have had so much joy seeing all the things folks have been doing, and I cannot wait to see what people are doing for this prompt as well. I've really loved the ones that I've seen so far. Okay, actually, I feel like that worked pretty well for a suggestion of levels of sort of vague foresty stuff. I don't think I really need too much detail down there. I feel like that kind of establishes what I want it to. I'm gonna darken this one down a smidge. Just to kind of define it against the one that's next to it. Give it a little bit more definition. Yeah, I think that works better. Okay, and to that end, I'm going to let that dry real quick, and then we're going to come back, do Terry, the leaves, all that jazz, and eventually we'll be done. So that's cool. I'm going to drop a super quick BRB. I'll be back in just a minute. In the meantime, enjoy the BRB song, have a stretch, have a drink of something. There was a hydrate and stretch that I completely forgot to do from like an hour ago. I'm going to do it right now, and I do apologize to the person who did the thing. I think that was in the middle of many raids, so I do apologize for missing it earlier. But I'll be back in like a minute, so have a good minute, and I shall see you shortly. Enjoy the BRB screen in the meantime. Is the music on? Oh shoot, the music's off. Okay, I'm going to fade in the music, so I hope you enjoy that as well. Back in a minute. What's up, friends? I'm back. Hello. And welcome back to me. Oh no! Why did I switch the light off? Hold on a second. Oh, technical difficulties. Wait. Okay, sorry about that. I'm not sure what happened there, but, let me just... Okay, it's fine now. Nemeza wants to know why the music was so familiar. I can tell you that it is a track from Epidemic Sound, which I have a subscription to so that I can so that I have a license to use nice music in my Twitch streams and videos. So it's possible that you've heard it on another piece of content, like a YouTube video or something. I do notice, now that I have an Epidemic Sound subscription, I have for about a year-ish, I think, I will hear, like, I'll be watching other, like, YouTube videos or, watching a Twitch stream or whatever, and I'll hear a piece of music and I'll be like, somebody's got an Epidemic Sound subscription, because I recognize that track. Oh, I used that track in one of my videos. Haha. It's very entertaining. But yeah. Anyways. So that's a fun time. I'm wondering, is this brush going to be too large? Oh no, I've got a wayward bristle. Okay. There was a wayward bristle that had worked its way out of there. I don't know if it was too fine to see, but it was just sticking out like sproink over here. I'm like, no. Nemeza says it was reminding me of a soundtrack. Oh, interesting. Sounds like a good soundtrack, because personally, I really love that piece. I think it's so pretty. I think it's such a pretty bit of music. Okay. I'm just watering my brush down again, because it's time. I think now would be a good time to paint the dairy. So I don't want it to be too dark of a green. It wants to be, Terry's sort of he's a forg color. Whatever you would call that. He's forg colored. So maybe like, how's that? Yeah, I'd say that's a decent terry color. Okay, cool. I am so in love with the way that this shade of green mixed up. I'm gonna have to remember it because this is such a good dark green for like foresty, that kind of vibe. More so than my actual dark green paint, which in and of itself looks very different to this, and I don't like it as much. It's kind of a brighter dark green on its own. I think I did actually use the dark green for the unhinged piece in conjunction with the marine blue because I wanted to make like a teal color. And it worked really well for that. Oh wait, this was 3 parts sap green, 1 part marine blue, and then just a tiny touch of black, wasn't it? Just to kind of bring the vibrancy down just a smidgen, so it wasn't such a bright color, because it is a blustery day, so I wanted it to be a little more of a subdued green, if I'm being honest. And I think that, hopefully that's worked to its advantage for this piece. I didn't want to add so much black that it ended up looking so gray that, it looked weird. You know. Crickies, thank you so much for the follow. Thank you. I didn't want it to, like, look just almost entirely gray. I just wanted a slightly overcast green. And I feel like this works. Sometimes it's hard to know how a single color is going to work as just various values in a piece. Like, there are some where I feel like I've struggled in previous years just because I felt like the subject wanted to start with like a yellow or something like that. But if I'm just using brilliant yellow, for instance, it's really hard to get as much of a range of values with just brilliant yellow or any yellow, because yellow is like the lightest color you can get. It doesn't get darker than this. And this is still a very, very light color. So oftentimes if I'm doing a yellow piece, I'll actually add a little bit of orange in when I'm doing the line weight, just so there's actually a little bit of contrast, which I feel like makes it look better. But it's a yellow enough of an orange that it doesn't make the whole piece look super orange. It still retains most of its like yellowness. I did an angry lemon a
Twitch
few years
user
ago. And that's
Sammy
what I did
Kelsch.
for.
Choppers.
Oh, hey, Crick, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in. Thank you. How was your stream, Crick? What'd you get up to today? It's lovely to see you. Welcome on in, and thank you. Let me get a shout out for Crick in the chat. How was your stream? Lovely to see you. Welcome on in. For anyone who's new here, hi. My name is Twitch user Sammy Kelsch. I'm a variety streamer. I do cozy art streams on Mondays and Thursdays. I do cozy game streams on Fridays, and every once in a while on a Sunday. Though I've not been for a while because I've been very, very quiet, but definitely every Friday, unless I'm very, very unwell. But yeah, today we are working on day 7 of streaming, which is my prompt, which was the word blustery, and here is Terry the Forg mage off on an adventure, being picked up by the wind and whisked off to who knows where on a little adventure. But yeah, painting portraits, says Crick. Ooh, delightful. Very, very delightful. If there's anything that you would like to share with us, like a link or whatever, or a link to what you are working on, you are more than welcome to whisper a link in my direction. I'd be very, very happy to share it with the class. In the meantime, we catch up with chat. Archon says, cozy? Hollow Knight? I would say Hollow Knight. At least when I'm playing Hollow Knight, it's cozy. But that's mostly because I try in places... Okay, cozy gaming in this case, I do kind of define as... I am placing zero pressure on myself, and I'm just here to hang out and have a nice time and shoot the breeze with my wonderful community, chit-chatting about this, that, and the other. All that good jazz. Sometimes the video game is very hard, but we're still having a cozy time, I think. Theo says, I saw on the schedule that you haven't named Friday's cozy game. What is it? I must know. Well, the answer is, Theo, I haven't decided yet. It'll probably be Hollow Knight, but you'll just have to wait and see, because I've also been genuinely obsessed with ooblets lately. So who knows? Hello, Lobo! It's going pretty good for me. How's it going for you? Lovely to see you, and welcome on in. Hello, hello. Many Distractions says, cozy night, hell yeah. Theo says, I miss ooblet streams. Well, maybe Biscuit will need to come back. There is a very special Halloween-related, ooblet that I don't think I've caught in the stream save of the game, so I should probably go back and do that. I did also start a new save a little while ago that I've been working on. My character's name is Marmalade, and he's very cute. Archon continues to recommend, oh yes, Nine Souls and Crypt Custodian both look very good, and I would like to play. I need to remember this when I'm off stream and go have a look. Oh, nice. Lobo says, I'm good, working and watching you. All good. Sounds delightful. Yay, Hollow Knight. Hell yeah. We love Hollow Knight in this here stream. Truly we do. Let me get another shout out because I can do two kinds of shout outs for Crick, who raided recently. Let me make sure that I'm spelling that correctly, because I'm not very good at it. Anyways, there's Crick, who was working on some portraits today. And thank you very much again for the raid. I do appreciate it. Crypt Custodian is significantly less difficult, says Archon. I mean, that is no impediment to me. That is not to say that I'm good at games, it just means that I am... how shall I say? Persistent? Persistent. And stupid. That's the difference. Anywho, I'm going to lose a little bit of the color out of this brush. Don't worry, I'll get it back. I'm just giving it a little rinsey do in the water because I want it to be nice and a light sort of undyed linen tone for Terry's tunic here, which I think is his usual sort of tunic shirt situation of choice. Very comfortable adventurer's clothes, I think. Nine Souls is hard, deflection-based pain. Oh man, that does sound hard, but hell yeah. Lobo says, it's Sammy, by the way. Would it be a bad moment to redeem a terrible drawing time? If the redeem is available, you are allowed to redeem it, just so you know. Very much so. If I have opened myself up to the possibility of that torment, then there you go. Lobo just wants to see a cat girl. Okay. Alright. I can do that. Anyways, oh, did I tell you we found the original terrible drawing canvas, so I shall return to it, and we will go back to the wandering canvas when this one is full, I suppose. Anyway, I do with apologies to Crash Bandicoot, Mr. Darcy, and indeed all the horses of the world who deserve better. Can choose the style and everything, just follow your heart. Okay, well, you may regret this, but I'll try my best. For anyone who's new here, Terrible Drawing Time is a phenomenon that happens on the stream whereby I've got 5 minutes, if you've got 5,000 channel points, to draw a character or concept of your choosing from memory or sight unseen on the Terrible Drawing canvas. And I have to draw, apparently, a cat girl. A girl with cat ears. So, let's see what the heck happens. I don't know what I'm going to do for this. I don't, so I guess we'll all find out together. Okay. All right. Okay, I just had one idea, but it's too stupid, so I'm not going to do it. I am going to set a timer for 5 minutes and try my best. Okay. A cat, what is a girl? Or a girl, what is a cat? Not sure. Don't know. Don't really know anything about this cat ears. I see it a lot in, like, animes I don't watch. but I don't really know a lot about the phenomenon, but I'm going to try my best. I'm going to be earnest about it. Oh, you can see my face in the reflection. Hi, everybody. Hello. This is a terrible angle for me, and I'm not normally on camera. Oh, and you got to see my PJs as well. I am indeed wearing pajam jams that are, it's just doggies. It's just doggy pajam jams today. Tee. And some mismatched floral pajam jam bottoms, because listen, when you don't have webcam on stream, you're allowed to wear pajimmy jams, and that is my preferred home clothes. All right, so okay. I've just had a great idea. So here's Mr. Darcy. So here's a cat. Here's a cat girl. Gonna give her a very cute little nose. I'm definitely not biased towards this nose shape because it's very similar to my own. She's got a snaggly tooth because I think it's fun. I also want something like that, says Lobo. It's comfy and great. That's really strange. For most people, it's such a good angle, says Theo. That crash is glorious, as many distractions. Listen, I feel like I can now never play. Now the question is, does she have human ears and cat ears? That confuses me. Oh no. Okay, I need to make a decision because already like a minute and a half have elapsed. So she's gonna have human ears, but she's also gonna have cat ears. We're just gonna do both. Because why not? Does it need to make sense? No, it does not need to make sense, and it's not gonna make sense, and just deal with it. Okay, and I've decided to give her some super cute curls. Actually, can I, no, hold up. Hold up, I can do these curls better. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make them kind of short on this side, but then woo! They're somewhat an asymmetrical sort of curled situation, very cute, I think. And then she's just got she snuck in some little cato ears that she's kind of nestled in there, which I love for her. I think she's a little bit feral. I feel like she's a little bit feral. I don't know if this is what cats' ears look like. I don't own cats. I don't know anymore. I feel like I gave her too much cato. I'm gonna make the ears a little bit less detailed just because I genuinely can't remember how to draw cat's ears from memory. So they're just gonna be like these. There we go. And they're kind of nestled within her hair. Is it a headband with cat ears on, or is it genuinely a second set of ears? Nobody knows, and she's not telling. She's gonna be wearing a comfy sweatshirt and like that. And she's saying hello to Mr. Darcy with her little toe beans. Oh geez, she got the toe beans. I wasn't just instructed to give toe beans, but you know what? I just wanted to give toe beans anyways because I thought it would be a nice feature. Because fun. And because, frankly, why not? Anyways, because I can, because I said so. She's got a girlish figure. I'm gonna give her some boobage, because I can, and that's the end of her sweatshirt, like so. She is an absolute creature of mystery. That's what she is. She's an absolute creature of mystery in a comfortable sweatsuit. Sammy Ann says, I have returned to witness another terrible drawing time. Woo, that's the terrible drawing timer. We are done here. No time for tail, I'm afraid. This is her. She's meeting Mr. Darcy. They're at, I don't know, some kind of Regency event, I suppose. Maybe she's a time traveler. And what was this? Could I take a screen? If I remember, I can try and pop a picture of it into the Discord. There is a terrible drawing time section that is actually, I don't know. Not everyone's in the Discord. You can join the Discord if you want to, just for anyone who would like to. ! Discord in the chat. That hoodie is life, says Sammy. It does look pretty cozy. I'm hunting out my cozy hoodie. Oh my gosh, so yesterday I received a picture from, I received a picture, also if you do want to screenshot this, you can. Let me just hold it here for a few moments. Anyways, since this isn't based on any existing IP, I can't pull up a picture to compare it to. This is just a cat girl. Her name is, I didn't think I needed to give her a name, and now I feel like I should give her a name. Her name is, Janessa. There you go. Anyways. Mr. Darcy is shy and does not know how to talk to cat people. Perhaps he does not speak cat. Whomst knows? Oh, damn! I should have drawn a tabaxi. Why am I just now thinking of that? Oh, damn, they're literally cat people. Damn it, there's a tabaxi at my D&D party and everything. It's not like I don't regularly think about tabaxi. Damn it. Anyways. I'm glad you approve, Lobo. Thank you very much. I hope you're happy. Alright. And continuing on. Gonna paint in this Brawly here. And then I will do the trousers, the belt, the cape, and oh geez, I need to paint in the does the Brawly actually want to be darker than that? I think it maybe does. Hang on. There we go. Make it stand out a little bit more. Why not? As it's being moved along the breeze. Good. Wonderful. We love to see it. Okay. Anyways. Theo says, I'm really pleased with all the green. Yay! Khajiit! I could have drawn a Khajiit Archon, you're right! Oh, geez, all of these things that I did not think of until it was too late. Heck! Anyways, hey, Angel Pete! Welcome in, how are you doing? Hello, hello. Oh man, I forgot about the Khajiit! I mean, in my defense, I've never played that game, but still. I've seen it played. I should have known. Sam Ann says, so many tones over the past few prompts. How can one be disappointed, right? I am enjoying getting to pick out colors for Stream Inc. I enjoy the challenge of doing single color pieces. I really only do it during Stream Inc. Except for, like, I do pen drawings for Patreon, but that's a somewhat different kettle of fish in as much as I'm using like a micron pen or some kind of fine liner. So it's a different process to like a brush situation like this. It's a different vibe. It's fun though. I have to do my Patreon art in the next, I'd like to get it done in the next day or two if possible, but I've been kind of waffling back and forth on whether I want to do an Autumnal Moomin sincere fan art or an Autumnal Over the Garden Wall sincere fan art for the patrons, and I haven't been able to decide. I think I know what I want to do, and I don't want to say because I want to leave it to be a special surprise for the thems. All one person who likes all of my Patreon posts, and I do appreciate the like. But yes. Okay. Alright. We have some choosers. Nice. Sabian says, I really adore the monochromatic choices. It makes it a fun exercise. Truly it does. Speaking of monochromatics, that's kind of like when you do like tea stuff. Most of those are like single colors as well, which I think is so cool. It's such an interesting medium. Okay. It is really interesting, sort of really having to think hard about the sort of different levels of values of your artwork in ways that you don't necessarily always when you're doing a full color piece. I mean, you should think about the values of your piece as well, because having a good range will make it more interesting. I do appreciate one of the things that digital art has on traditional that I am very aware of is that with digital art, if you're worried about like the values of your different colors being too close together in a full color piece, you can just flick a little button and make it look grayscale and be like, yeah, I think I need to make one of these colors a little bit further apart than I need to lighten one of these up or darken one of these down to give it a bit more of an interesting contrast, to make it feel a little bit less flat. You can't do that as easily with traditional art. I mean, I guess you could take a photo and then just turn the saturation all the way down, but that's faffy, I think. I think a lot of people aren't going to bother doing that. I mean, I never do. I mean, I guess it means you just kind of have to develop an eyeball for it, like, organically. But again, that's a pain in the backside to figure out. So, yes. I love all the interesting finish on the edge of Terry's cloak, which is probably just because he's had these cloaks for quite a while. Either that or he prefers the weathered look and kind of cultivates it on purpose, kind of like all of the various ways you can distress a pair of jeans that is technically brand new. Stone washing and sand blasting and just cutting holes in it, which I've never been a fan of for like a new garment. It's like, no, I want the holes in this garment to come from me wearing it for decades, but that is potentially just me being a very particular weirdo about my clothes. But yeah, also, especially for like very expensive like designer denim and stuff, I'm like, no, I don't want something that's pre-destroyed. I'll do that myself. If it's pre-ruined, then what's the point? Okay, I feel like that's a good set of colors to start with. What was I gonna say? Sammy Ann says, I do enjoy watching Claire on here, who has two cameras, one in grayscale and one in color, so they're side by side while she streams. She works in acrylics and all. That's so smart! That's really stinking cool. I love that. I love that a lot. That is very, very cool. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, that's awesome. Anyways. What's their username? I would like to see it. I'm not sure. I can't recall if that's someone I'm familiar with, or if I do, I haven't been around in a while. But if I'm not, is their username just Claire? That's it. Oh, okay, cool, awesome. I will check out Claire then. I don't know them. That's really neat. Very, very, very cool. Hell yeah! Thank you for the recommendation. That's neat. Okay. Going to. I love these like fantasy. The fantasy pockets, like the pouches and the little things that you carry like on your belt and stuff. What does Terry have in his little pouch pockets? Fellow Canadian, hell yeah! In case anyone can't tell, once again by my accent, I am from Canada. I do not live there anymore. I live in the United Kingdom. Sometimes I like to joke, as you can tell by my accent, I'm from the UK. I did actually meet someone a while ago. I know someone who genuinely, I don't know how, they genuinely thought that I was like English when we met. And I'm like, you've heard me speak, right? But okay, I guess some people just have no ear for accents and, respect. But that was really wild to me. Anywho. Terry has nice rocks in his pockets. Oh, hell yeah. Love that for him. Love a nice rock. I do enjoy a cool rock situation. For sure. Alright. Let's get some different colors of leaf painted to actually, you know what? Okay, no, I take it back. I think that brush is too big to get the level of detail I want for the leaves, so I'm just going to clean this brush and put it away because it turns out I don't need it at all for this painting. You are now, from the UK? I mean, I'm a permanent resident of the UK, so kind of, if I'm out in the wild and someone asks me where I'm from, I will say, like, Oxford, which is the rough municipal area I live in. And it's not to be like silly. It's not me, deliberately misunderstanding. It is genuinely me just being like, well, I'm from Oxford. Though that's probably not what they mean. They probably mean a "know where are you from" situation, because I don't sound like a native Oxonian. But also, yeah, I'm from Oxford. For the moment, anyways. If I move somewhere else, I'll be from wherever I move to. Okay. Gotta be real careful around these bits. I'm gonna try and get some slightly different colors of leaves, depending on how the leaves have... Whatever the scientific term for the way that leaves change their color is, and how this translates to a monochrome color situation, I know not. Actually, I feel like that color's not that dissimilar. Yay! Well, that didn't work. Actually, no, it is a little darker. Okay. Anyways, one of the things I've got to say about this, this time of year that is absolutely joyful to me is I've had that bit of music from Over the Garden Wall, if you've seen it, if you haven't seen it, if you like sort of slightly whimsical, a little bit sort of creepy, very cool, animated stuff that feels very autumnal, wholeheartedly recommend Over the Garden Wall. It's 10 episodes series, but the episodes are all fairly short, actually. So it's not super long, but it is an unforgettable journey of absolute joy, and I love it so much. But I've got the music from it stuck in my head. And it's just reminding me of... I saw someone who took the like, song, from Over the Garden Wall, the "How the gentle wind beckons through the leaves as autumn colors fall," that one, and recorded it onto a wax cylinder and then played the wax cylinder on like a wax cylinder phonograph thing. And that recording of it I was just like, this is how that music was meant to be heard. It's so good. Anyways. But yeah, Sammy Ann says, I keep getting asked if I am from France. I'm like, what part of my accent sounds French? One person said it was the shape of my face. What? Interesting. Very interesting. I mean, I would not, as a fellow Canadian, from, if I'm not mistaken, a not too different part of Canada to where you're from, you don't sound French to me. Having family who are French Canadian and having known multiple people from France, no, you don't sound French to me. Theo says, I haven't heard you sing since you sang Robin in the Rain ages ago. Your singing voice is delightful. Oh, thank you. I mean, I didn't warm up just now, so, I'm a little bit, my voice is a little bit at the moment because I've been sick over the like weekend and stuff. I was not feeling very good on Friday and Saturday. And my voice is still feeling a little bit hoarse, as you can tell. Nay, but yeah, I do live next door to Quebec, but still, yeah, living next door to Quebec is not the same as having a French accent. But fair enough. Archon says, "Oh, Canada, our home and native land." Yep. Etc., etc. Doot, 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 doot. It's where I'm from. And it's neat. Anyways. But actually, I was speaking to my mother yesterday. Because I live very far away from my family, we do like a weekly little Skype call to catch up and chat about how were our weeks and yada yada yada, and it's very nice. And I think I was complaining something to do with I was complaining about something to do with living in the UK, possibly to do with oh, I don't remember what. Anyways, possibly healthcare, possibly the government, possibly you can't buy ice cream sandwiches here. Excuse me, not the good ones anyways. But what was I saying? She was like, "Did you ever, when you were immigrating, did you ever consider the both of you moving back to Canada?" And I was like, "Not really." But to be honest, we did actually, we did look into it, and it turns out it was just a lot harder than the both of us just staying here in the UK, so here we are. But yeah, isn't that Treason Archon Stark who posted the, a bit of the, Canadian. I wanted to say theme tune. I don't mean theme tune. National anthem. That's it. Not the theme tune of Canada. Jeez. It's because I was just talking about the theme tune song from Over the Garden Wall, which is a theme tune because Over the Garden Wall is not a country. Unlike Canada, which has an anthem, not a theme song. Oh my god, Canada's theme song says the... I'm tired. Listen. Archon says, on a good day I could see Toronto from where I grew up. I'm basically Canadian. I mean, that's almost close enough, Archon. That's cool. Rathmore says, eh? Indeed. Which, weirdly enough, despite being like a national stereotype, it's not something that's ever really been part of my lexicon, and not out of like defiance or anything. It's just not something that I ever have said, even though it's like, as I say, like a national stereotype. It's never really been my thing. Anyways, I don't know why. It just tisn't. But actually saying that, when we were in Canada a couple months ago, seeing my family for a couple weeks, and I just noticed so much harder than I ever have before how the Canadian accent is, because I think a lot of Canadian folks are like, no, my accent's not, when they hear people like doing a Canadian accent, they're like, my accent's not that strong. And it's like, no, a lot of y'all really do have like a regional accent to your accent, and that's cool. Own it, but like you do. You really do. Sorry. There we go. That sounds Canadian. Sorry. That's something actually that always throws me about the way that Americans say sorry. I always found really like Like, wow, okay, what? The one time, oh man, the one time that I was accompanying my brother on the day that he moved to the States to do his he did his graduate school at a university in New York State. And he he had to, you know, go through the whole sort of like immigration rigmarole. And he when we got to I think there was like a fee that he had to pay at the border. We had to actually we drove down, but we had to go into a little office and speak to a guy. It was a whole thing. I think he was very nervous. But the guy was like, "Okay, that'll be $29." And I was just like, just by saying that, that as soon as the man said that'll be $29, I'm like, wow, I have definitely crossed an arbitrary political border. Wow, that's so different. Very different accents in New York, says Rathmore, upstate or downstate. He was in upstate he was at Cornell, so in the Finger Lakes area in Ithaca. I'm not a fan of Norway's theme song. I don't know Norway's theme song, but I'm sorry to hear that it's bad. Would you like to adopt the theme tune from Over the Garden Wall instead? I recommend it. I think it's very nice. Plus, I like maple syrup and hockey. That's enough, right? Says Archon. Yeah, I feel like that's enough. That'll do. Oh, wow, Rathmore says, I went to Cornell and lived in Ithaca for a long time. Go Big Red! Go Big Red! Hell yeah! That's awesome! I have precious memories of that town. It was a nice place. I had some good meals there. Some nice supermarkets in Ithaca, as per my interest. Ooh, and also farmers markets. I got some good cheese at a farmers market there once, and I met a big dog. The Wegmans, you know it. Yes, I loved that Wegmans. It was great. Yes, genuinely. I couldn't tell you the name of it, but my sister-in-law worked on a farm just outside the city for a few years while they were there. And I just remember the one time they had like a bumper crop of peaches that I think were getting to that were getting like they had more than they could sell basically. So she came home with just like a huge basket of peaches, and we spent all of the next day making peach jam with another friend. It was so nice. Those were good times. I mean, I think those were stressful times for my brother because obviously he was doing school, but you know, for me, getting to go visit, it was great. You know, good food, good hangouts, nice area. That's when they got their dog. You know, it was good times. Anyways, I spent a day in Ithaca, says Dark. Nice. I hope you had a good time. Seeing, like just the gorges. There's gorges in and around Ithaca. It's some really beautiful, naturey stuff. Also incredibly hilly though. Oh god, my legs. There's this one hill, we were driving up it, and it was so steep, I thought I was gonna die. And you can indeed get a t-shirt that says Ithaca is gorgeous. It's very cute. Wegmans is better than your grocery store. That is all, says Archon. I mean, Waitrose maybe wants to have a word, but honestly, fair. Honestly, fair. I love Waitrose, but Wegmans, it was good. It was very good. In case anyone is new here and doesn't know, I love grocery stores. I am 100% supermarket enjoyer. Okay, doing the line weight now, but I think I'm going to start with the leaves because they're kind of the easier bits, and if I fluff them up, it's not as big of a deal as if I fluff up Terry. So, let's go. It's too thick. It's too thick. I know this can be a very fine brush, so please bring it. That's better. Okay. There we go. All right, we have some cute little leaves. Anyways, what's everybody up to this week? Do you have any exciting plans? Are you doing anything cool? If you're doing any Stream Ink prompt fills, if you don't know what Stream Ink is, allow me to link you to the prompt list again. We're doing my prompt today, which is blustery. And as soon as we finish, I was like, oh, you know, if we finish this piece real soon, we can start on tomorrow's. No, we can't, because as soon as it's done, I have to dash off to go roast a squash, which is what I did last Monday, and it's what I'm doing again. There we go. I'm actually roasting 2 squashes. I got 2 smaller squashes this time. I'm very excited. I don't know whether they're the same variety of squash as that one or something different. They look similar, but I was expecting a different interior on that last squash, so I genuinely don't know. I'm very excited to find out. I will say that squash that I had last week was delicious. But I did get 2 smaller squashes instead of 1 big squash this time. Because I'd really rather it was a little bit quicker cooking. Oh my, that's so much Ithaca going on! Ela was born in Ithaca, no way! Wow! What's going on? Listen, for anyone who doesn't know what we're talking about with regard to the city of Ithaca, New York, it's not that big. Is it even a city or is it a town? I don't know. It's not that big. I mean, it's big enough to have... It has a university and a college and a shopping mall. It used to have a family member of mine, but they moved away. What else does it have? Ugh, I don't remember. Oh, it had a nice Thai restaurant I went to once. That was cool. And the first time I was there, we encountered just a whole bunch of people doing square dancing in the city center. And then I later found out that the square dancers may have been a cult. Though don't quote me on that. It used to have some other friends and acquaintances I know, but I'm pretty sure they've all moved elsewhere. I don't know the name of the Thai restaurant, E-Love. It's been, over 15 years. I was much younger. Hashtag totally a cult, says Stark. It might have been. Somehow manages to have about 3 big university/colleges. Yeah, is there 3 of them? Oh, damn, I forgot about the third one. Nice tapas place last I went, says Archon. I love tapas. Ithaca is an odd place. It is very odd, but a lot of the time these sort of, like, university towns are. Because you've got the university campus and then you've got the everything else. My hometown had quite a large, back in Canada, had a large, prominent university. Which didn't always feel super connected to the vibe of the rest of the city, which was kind of... The city center was, like, hippies and kind of... Apparently, since I've moved away, an increasingly bougie local art and music scene, which is a little sad to hear about, because it was definitely not bougie when I was there, and that was kind of nice. Oh, it's just 2 so dark. Yeah, that's what I thought. There's Cornell University, and then there's Ithaca College. And I used to know some folks who were students at Cornell. I knew someone who taught at Ithaca College, I think. But again, that was over 15 years ago, so probably none of them live there anymore. And Tompkins County Community College, says to Elif. Okay, so there are 3. Thank you. Anyways. You're mostly just walking the grounds and stuff in Cornell. Fair enough. That's a 2-year college. Okay. I'm always a little bit... Because it's different to anywhere that I've lived, I'm always a little bit confused about the... how the, like, post-secondary system works in the States. Just also because in the States they will refer to going to what I would call going to university, they'll call it going to college. Or college if you're me. Like if you say you're going to college here, like in Canada, it means you're going to basically a community college type college. Like my dad, before he retired, taught accounting for many years at a college. And then here where I live now, there is a university in this city, which, just to be extra confusing, here at Oxford here in the UK, there is the university, and the university is made up of a bunch of colleges. That was very confusing to get my head around when I first moved here. I was like, wait. So usually if you're like a student at Oxford, for the most part, you will be attached to a college, which is effectively kind of just your, like, residence hall, but they call it a college, and also you might have some tutorials at your college, but then also you're doing a program through a department. It's very confusing. Oxford and Cambridge universities are weird, says Dark. Wholeheartedly agree. I have lived here for 10 years and I still don't fully get it. Do not tell the university that I don't fully get it. But also there are three terms. There are 3 school terms here at Oxford. Instead of calling them like autumn term, winter term, and spring term, they call them Michaelmas, Hilary, and Trinity. Why? I mean, I know it's like medieval holdovers, but God, it's like the number of times I'm like, what the heck term are we in? I basically remember that Michaelmas is autumn because it's before Christmas. And Trinity sounds like 3, so it's the 3rd one. And then the middle one is just Hilary. Is that... I believe is named after a saint. Saint Hilary, who is the patron saint of... I'm not sure. Anyways, they're not normal for UK universities. They're too pretentious. They are, genuinely. If you look at, like, for instance, there is another university here in the city of Oxford called Oxford Brookes University, and their terms have normal names, like autumn and winter and spring. Much more sensible, if you ask me. Though I did briefly work for a part of Brookes University many, many, many moons ago. And this is absolutely not representative of the university as a whole, but I had a terrible time and I rage quit. But again, not representative of the university as a whole. I've known other people who worked at Brookes for a really long time and had a wonderful time there. So, my job was just bad. But sometimes it'd be like that. And I was able to leave it, so, you know, it's all fine. I'm gonna actually, I hadn't, but I'm gonna add a little thickness to the, brawly handle, because I feel like a brawly handle wants a little bit of thickness. But yeah. Theo says that confused me a lot when I first read his Dark Materials. Oh yeah, because that was set in Oxford, wasn't it? Have not read, but maybe I should. I don't know. Anyways, Dark says, in fairness, their pretentiousness is somewhat justified. Yeah, I mean, it's fine, given that they sit in the top 4 best in the world. Yeah. Through absolutely no effort on my part. Apparently it's a very good university. Anyways. There are lots of things I like about Oxford. It's very pretty. And there is a very good specialty coffee scene in the city. Again, not really connected to the university, just is also good. Good music scene as well. Some good bands around. Largely people I know. Cornell had the College of Arts and Sciences, School of Industrial and Labor Relations, etc. Says Rathmore, yep. Creates all sorts of politics, very federal versus state powered struggle. Oh no. Complicated. That sounds complicated. Oh, dude. That kind of thing does my brain in, and I do not understand it. But that's okay. There's a lot that I don't understand, and the older I get, the more peace I make with that. That's all good. I think we're actually going to finish this artwork on stream. Have I cursed myself in saying so? Yes, but I really want to, because I just think it would be nice to post my own prompt word on my prompt day. Was kind of hoping to get slightly ahead of tomorrow's piece by getting a bit of it done today, but that's not going to happen because as soon as we're done here, I gotta go roast some squashies, which I'm very looking forward to, don't get me wrong. Oh, so looking forward to. This is the season of roasted squash. I bought a pumpkin when we went out to market on the weekend, and I'm so looking forward to cooking down that pumpkin and making pumpkin muffins, which I do every year with my tried and true vintage recipe. And you can find a vintage video of me making pumpkin muffins on my YouTube channel, which I'll link to in the chat. If you want to see me sometimes bake stuff, sometimes go on weird deep dives into history, and also kind of dovetail into historiography and other, I promise it's more interesting than that sounds type of stuff, you can do that right there. It's a somewhat different vibe to this channel because I'm not painting or playing video games, but it's me, and you get to look at my face, and if you don't want to look at my face, you don't have to. You can, I don't know, navigate to a different tab and just listen to it instead if you really don't want to look at my face, which is fair enough. Anyways, Arkansas is probably not unrelated. A lot of smart people in an area tends to support niche industries. Yeah, very true. The politics in higher ed are so intense precisely because the stakes are so low, says Rathmore. Yeah, I feel it. Ugh. I, as someone who used to be an academic and left and does not regret leaving that vocation, I do not regret leaving that vocation. So there you go. Dark says, it turns out Sammy actually has a literal actual face. I do. There's a mouth that these sounds are coming from. I have tangible vocal cords and a nose and eyes and a forehead and cheeks and ears and all of the normal things that people have. I've got eyebrows. Oh boy howdy, do I ever have eyebrows. I made them myself. Okay, the scariest bit. The bit I've been saving for last because the stakes are the highest. Oh no. I've tried to clean my brush a little bit so I don't have big... Okay, calm down. No need to exaggerate. Vocal cords, really, says Stark. Listen, that's exactly what an art demon would say, says Rathmore. Oh no, I've been found out. I don't know, seems doubtful, says Archon. No! Theo says the main difference is that it's super informative and often food related. The overall atmosphere and soul is very similar. Whimsical, thorough, and delightful. Thank you, Theo. Incidentally, my next video is not about food. I'm going to be doing some soap making, which I'm very excited for and very nervous about. So, I hope I hope someone will join me on that journey. Okay, gonna get quiet because I gotta concentrate. But before I do, Archie has requested a hydrate. Thank you so much, Archie. Thank you, thank you. Also, hello, Archie. Hello, hello. Rathmore? No, don't do it. Don't you do it. That's all I'm going to say about that. No. No, no, no. We're not going through this again. And if anyone does not know of whence I speak, go watch the lavender video. And you'll understand. And that's all I'm going to say. Okay. Woo! Terrifying! Absolutely terrifying stuff. So also, I'm sorry that Terry is upside down. I promise he's okay. He's having a lovely time. Being tumbled about by the wind. Oh no. I think my brush is... I think whatever was left on that brush was trying to dry out, so... But I don't want too much on my brush because I don't want it to blob out and give me a too thick line here. Heck, okay, I'm having a struggle. Pick up just a little bit. I think the ink is starting to dry and it's getting a little bit thicker because of it, so I'm having to be really careful now. So I do not want to load too much onto my brush and have it and have the line go all bad. Okay. That's perfect. Okay. We are so close. We just need to do the mouth and the chin, and then I think the piece is complete. Ah! Rathmore says, I enjoy lavender in food. Elove does not. Ah, interesting. I do also enjoy lavender in food, but I will say that for the most part, if it's a lavender-containing food, you can take the lavender out and it'll probably still be super yummy. Oh man, one time I was in Toronto, and I got the lavender creme brulee. Oh my god, it was so good. So good. It's probably not on the menu anymore because this was like several years ago, but it was really good. Anyways. And I also don't remember the name of the restaurant, but it was on Queen Street West, and they specialized in, like, oysters and stuff, which I did not eat. But it was a very good restaurant. If the oyster place on Queen Street West is still there, it was really good. Anyways. What's that, babe? Oyster Boy was the name of it? Might have been Oyster Boy, says my moderator / spouse. Look at him go, says Theo. Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm not a fan, says Elove. That's fair. It is quite a potent flavor, and I can definitely see how it's a bit Marmite-y, because it is quite distinctive and strong. Oyster Boy is still there, says Sammy Ann. Hell yeah. If you have the chance to go, I do recommend it. It's a delicious place to get dinner. They do have, most of the things on the menu don't have lavender. I had lavender ice cream once, incredible, says Theo. Ooh, delightful. Lavender shortbread is a favorite treat, says Sammy Ann. Yes. 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 And I also like roses in sweets. I think can be really nice as well. There was a rose and pistachio shortbread that my local supermarché did for a bit. And it was so good. It was one of my favorites. Very enjoyable. There we go. How's he look? Does he look okay? I hope he looks okay. I hope he looks okay. I hope I haven't ruined him. I don't know. I tried my best. This ink is getting really thick, so I have to stop. Oh my god. Samantha! What the heck? Oh my goodness.
Oh hell yeah, Art Bizvesta just subscribed.
What did you do? Samantha, thank you so much for
Oh hell
gifting
yeah,
5
Perry just
subs.
subscribed.
Sorry, this is gonna play every time. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Oh hell yeah, Angsthoser just subscribed.
I hope you're having a wonderful Monday. Thank you for gifting subs to Perrin and Angsthaza and Sadie and Jangthorn and Neo.
Oh
Thank
hell
you,
yeah,
thank you.
Neo_S_weather_station just subscribed.
Heck.
Oh hell yeah, Langthorn just subscribed.
Heck. Thank you so much. Thank you. That's very, very sweet. Thank you for gifting 5 subs. That's lovely of you. My goodness. Feelings. Feelings. Thank you so much. Bank on time as well, because I'm done. The artwork is done, and I'm gonna go cook some squash now, but I'm really happy with the way this turned out. I love this shade of green. Hopefully you're seeing it as green as it looks to me. I feel like it's a little bit showing up a little bit subdued on my monitor, but I think that might just be my monitor and not the like the camera or anything. What? What? No! Oh heck!
Oh hell yeah, Tizio2 just subscribed.
Dar, thank you so much for gifting 5 subs.
Oh hell yeah, Bite Me Medusa just subscribed.
Thank you. For gifting. Oh, I can't talk. Oh my goodness.
Oh hell yeah, Sora underscore E just subscribed.
Hey, it's Haley and Sora. Thank you. Elo, thank you for the sub as well. Thank you. I mean, if you're gonna start hype train when I'm getting dinner, I'm gonna
Oh hell
respond.
yeah, Plum Tucker just subscribed.
No. I hope you enjoy the many musicals, so that's what my alert looks like.
Oh hell yeah, Hey underscore it's Haley just subscribed.
Oh my goodness, y'all. You can't see my face, so I have to heart hands.
Oh hell yeah, I love art just subscribed.
Thank you, you wonderful people. I really appreciate it. Gonna have an emotion. Beans, cheese, pizza, and pretzels. My goodness. Oh, y'all. Thank you. And indeed, Sammy, and thank you for the on-screen celebration. Very much appreciated. Oh my goodness gracious. Y'all are lovely people. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Dark says, I mean, if you're gonna start a hype train when I'm getting dinner, yes, I read that. She finished the blustery illustrations of Sammy Ann. Well, she tried her best, and thank you very much. Samantha says, Terry seems to have just decided to accept his fate as he is swept up in the blustery day. Yep, he's good. He's off, going wherever, and having a lovely time of it, and I'm very happy for him. And I'm very thankful to y'all for hanging out with me on this very, very, very special Stream Inc. Prompt Day stream. Had a lovely time doing it. I'm gonna start just rinsing my brushes in this fairly unadulterated paint water, to be honest. While we wrap up here today. Yeah, thank you for all of the raids today and all of the kind words and for just being lovely people to hang out with. Thank you for enabling me to paint this silliness. I am very looking forward to the rest of Stream Inc. I will, if you want to see some of the sketches I've got coming up, I do have some sketches here that you can see if you want. Just in case you're curious. So tomorrow's is, I think it was honey, so I've done this little beekeepers on some hills, and I'm gonna add some hilly detail in there, but yeah, honey. Done some beekeepers, having a nice time on the hills. Thank you for the hydrate and for the posture check. Very much appreciated. Thank you. I shall do that now. I will take a sip of my tea, which is over here. It's cranberry. And once again, for the uninitiated, Stream Inc. is something that's happening all of the month of October. It is a 31-day prompt list. Today is my prompt day. And each prompt has been provided by members of the art stream community here on Twitch. Very cool group of people. Anyone is welcome to participate. There's a Discord if you want to share any of your artwork there as well. And also, if you do post any prompt fills on social media, do use the hashtag StreamInc2024 so we can find your work and shower you with praise. But yeah, it's been a very good time. And Archie says, you cooked, good job, thank you, I tried my best. I'm shortly going to have to head out to actually cook as well. I've got squash that needs roasting, so I'm really glad that I got this done in a semi-timely manner so that can go get did as well. I will be having corn chicken nuggies to accompany them. Samantha says, what if we did an art month in February, but every day has the same prompt as 28 different artworks based on the same seed word? Oh my god, that sounds wild. and very fun. Is that a thing? Would that even be interesting? That could be really interesting, but also potentially super hard depending on what the word is. Like, really hard. I don't know what that would be. My goodness. Like, dang. I don't have the creativity for that, says Archie. Some of the prompt fills I'm really bad at, but I'm trying my best. And I'm looking forward to... I haven't gotten all of the sketches done. I still don't know what I'm doing for some of the later days of the month, but I do want to show you. This was what I did for glass. It is a glass bottle of focus juice, and it's running away from me because that is just my life, frankly. Anyways, thank you very much for the hype train. I've got a hype treasure chest. I'm gonna see what's inside. Oh, that's cute! Hell yeah, get a load of that. Thank you so much for the hype train, y'all. Y'all are wonderful people. I really appreciate it. If the word was dragon, I'd have maybe 4 days in me. Ooh, I'd love to see a lot of dragons, though. Dragons are cool. We have Victory the hype train. Thank you so much for the hype train, and thank you all for hanging out. I really appreciate it. And as usual, it gives me no emote, says Dark. No! I'm sorry! That's pants. Oh no. In any case, I'm going to have to head out and go cook dinner now. But thank you all for hanging out with me today. It's been very, very, very fun. We actually finished a piece in a reasonable amount of time. That's neat. Samantha says, ADHD is a magical affliction. It calls all focus juice in your vicinity to become animated and run away. God, at least that would be cute. At least that would be cute, you know? But no. Just has to be an inconvenience. Anywho. Tell you what, okay, I'm going to send this in the direction of, you know him probably. If you don't, you are about to. We're going to go in the direction of Kevo Koala, because tomorrow is his prompt word. So it feels appropriate. We can't raid the person whose prompt day is today because that person is me and I'm about to leave. Basically. So, pop in some generic raid messages in the chat with a Terry drinking tea emote, because that is, I feel like, the most on brand for today's stream. If you have the emotes, feel free to grab the message with the emote. If you don't have the emotes, you can just say a generic raid message. Or append any cool emotes that you happen to have.
Ghostly
Why is
ghoul.
the sound on? Go away. Yeah, thanks so much for hanging out, everybody. You are all the coolest. Wow, not rating today's artist. That seems harsh. Says Dark. Listen. Thank you all for hanging out today. I shall hopefully see you again soon. I'll be back on Thursday doing the Thursday prompt. So you've got that to look forward to. Have a wonderful week in the meantime. Hope to see you again soon. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful rest of your Monday. And goodbye and good night. And thank you so much for a wonderful prompt day. Goodbye.